We'll then call this meeting to order. Today's date is December the 1st, 2025, and this is Board of Public Works of Safety. So if I could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you all. Before we adopt the agenda, I do have one addition. Under new business, item B, we need to add Christmas in the park, and we have Betty Cash here representing the Perry County Chamber. And that's the only addition I have, unless Gerald, you have something, or Connie or Jeff that we need to add.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I don't have any time.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the agenda then with that addition?
Motion to adopt.
I'll second that. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda stands approved. Next is presentation of minutes. We don't have any minutes approved for this meeting yet, so we'll jump down to comments of citizens.
We got 2 sets,
You got 2 sets?
2 sets, yeah.
5th and 17th.
I normally have written on there.
Well, it's typed on there, Chris. What agenda do you have?
It's not on mine, is it? It's really not. I'm not
Yeah.
kidding.
The attorney's going to freelance this one and let him use the full agenda.
I see if y'all's paying attention.
We've been working really hard to get them on.
I know, and it wasn't there. So we do have minutes approved. I stand corrected. November the 3rd and November the 17th. Are there any changes or corrections to those minutes?
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Gerald, and I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Minutes approved. All right, now comments of citizens. Are there any citizens that have any comments that's not on the agenda? All right. We'll move on to department head reports. We'll start first with Chris Toothman, wastewater.
Thanks, Mayor. Board, I don't have a big report. All we're doing down at the plant is Nathan will start his grease traps today. It started today. December is grease trap inspection month, so we'll be frequenting bars and restaurants and everywhere there's a grease trap.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Do you have any questions, Gerald, for Chris? No. Thank you, Chris. Steve Goodson, building and zoning.
Thank you, Mayor, Board. I do have a short report here for the month of November. We did issue 17 permits. 5 of those were electrical for a value of $45,025. 1 new home permit. That is for Ron Smith, value of $250,000. 1 new sign, and that was at Papa John's for a value of $5,800. 10 miscellaneous for $134,740. We did issue 6 temporary licenses for the month, so the total work value was $435,565, and the total fees that we collected were $1,095. And moving on to complaints, 0 on the grass postings and the yards mowed. So year-to-date, we've had 79 complaints. We've issued 43 letters and also have issued 14 green cards.
Okay. Gerald, do you have any questions for Steve? Okay. All right, thank you, Steve. Moving on, Greenwood Cemetery, Albie Stiff.
Mayor and Board, for the month of November, we had 2 traditional burials at $500 each for $1,000. We had 1 cremate, $200, and on sales we had we sold 3 resident grave spots, $1,500 for a total of $2,700.
Joe, do you have any questions for Albie?
No, I would like to see this board, maybe next year, look at funding to build a new columbarium
Okay. I know it's something we're going to need to see what we come up with.
before we run out.
How to fund it.
I agree with that 100%.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you, Albie. All right, Chief Lundy, Tell City Fire Department.
I did get a late written report in. Hopefully you guys got copies of it.
Yep.
All right. For November training, we did 2 training sessions at the former William Tell Senior Citizens Building. Training consisted of vertical roof ventilation, forcible entry, and victim rescue. We practiced that in full turnout gear, SCBAs, and
You smoke it up, Greg?
no, we did not. It was already, there were some windows already out, so we wasn't going to be able to really contain any smoke in it. We did do the one on Sunday morning and the next one on Monday evening in the dark on a Monday evening. So they did get a little time inside in the dark on that second one. So I'd like to thank Steve with Parks and Rec for giving us a heads up to get down there before they tore that building down. So secondly, accountability system. A little background before I go into this. We had previously used little keychain tags that had guys' unit numbers on them. They get on scene, they're supposed to drop their tags so we know they're there. Guys arrive at different times, you know, obviously when we don't all go at the same time, volunteers, so that's kind of how we kept track of them. Didn't really work because guys didn't always remember to drop their tag, or sometimes they dropped it, they didn't pick it up when they left. So I gave Jim a kind of task whenever he was promoted to look at some other ideas. He came up with some tags that had a QR code on it, could be scanned. Well, scanning's a whole lot easier to scan, you know, obviously. Once we got the tags, then we started looking at software or scanning programs and things like that, and there was a little more to it than we realized. So he had actually said something to Anjan one day, and Anjan got back with us, and an island, actually, we've partnered with them. They have created a software for this. They're developing it for firefighter usage, emergency usage, I mean, law enforcement, anybody could use it, and they're going to use this as a test department. So basically they created, we're testing it, we're going to use it at no charge, and then hopefully they can move it on to other departments. Basically what it's going to do, it's got a QR code on it, basically like any of them. It will actually operate off our phones. They created an app that any of the firefighters can have it on their phone. Simple as pointing at it, scanning it, and when it does, it logs the time. What we learned once they started doing that, we can actually track training hours, anything. Basically, anytime now we do anything, we write it down on paper, we can do it all on the app now. It's going to eliminate a lot of paperwork, and just we did a test at the senior building with the first group that did it, and it actually gives me exact time all the way down to the seconds on when they scan in, when they scan out. So we can track training hours yearly, monthly, you know, whatever. I think it's going to be a very good system, and like I said, we're still right now in the training or testing phase of it. So I'd like to thank them for the opportunity to, or us having the opportunity to use their system. So once we get it going, I hope that we can actually maybe pull up a live view of it so you guys can see how easy it works and things like that. 'Cause it's kind of hard to walk up and do it here, but if we can get it on a screen,
Sure.
you know, hopefully once it's going, we'll do that. So
Okay.
that's all I got for this month.
Add what? I said they had me at no charge.
Yeah, us too.
So who scans that?
Whoever's there first, like I said, everybody will have the app, and whoever, we're going to start with the officers first, basically, whoever gets there. I can actually start it when we get paged. I can click on it, start it, and start logging times, then once I get on scene, then I can start scanning people. We can actually manually enter them also by unit number. So that way, fire's done, we got people that's not scanned out, you know, we know we either got to look for them or they left without scanning out, you know, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's a whole lot easier to track that way as to try to remember all those key tags, you know, so,
Yes, I remember the key tags.
yeah. You know,
It's a safety thing.
Sure.
You know, it's like if you had an evacuation at school and you're missing Greg Lennon, where's he at?
Yeah.
You go find him.
yeah. You know, just the everyday stuff, you know, is it going to be, can we look and see who's there most of the time? Yes. But take a Swiss Plywood or a Wapaka or, you know, those type runs where multiple people are coming and going at multiple times and, you know.
Multiple units.
Yes, and we can actually add other departments. In other departments, if they actually go onto the system, it'll be preloaded in there. Okay, so like other county departments or anybody, whoever.
Yeah. Be really beneficial and save some lives.
Yeah, so, all right, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chief. All right, Street Department, Jim Holmes. He's been busy getting ready.
Mayor, Board, sorry I don't have a written report. The holidays snuck up on me, but we're trying to get a handle on the leaves, and now the snow's coming.
At least the leaves fell sooner, we'll
Yeah.
say. Last year, they hung around, I think, till January.
And took their time, yeah.
They did,
Now we just got to get out there and get them when it ain't raining
or frozen.
or frozen.
Hard to find in the snow.
Yeah,
Depends on what you get.
Have to use a front end loader this week to get them.
yeah, scrape them up. We did start our salt brine deal today. We
Okay.
treated the majority of the streets.
Can you, just for anybody watching, I know there were several people on Facebook asked, what is it? Can you explain just a little bit what it is? I mean,
It's salt water. It's salt water. It's a 31% brine, salt brine.
Okay.
That's what it takes to keep the ice from sticking to the streets.
I know people have asked, and so you might maybe watch and might, have a better understanding of what it is.
Yeah, there's no beet juice or sugar or anything into it. They used to put it in there to make it stick, but it's just,
So there's no peat juice?
no, it's just salt water.
How many streets can you do with a tank?
We got the majority of town
With one tank?
with one tank.
That's
If we can
pretty
get,
good.
if we can get two, that's a 500-gallon tank. If we can get 2 tanks, we'll have it all covered and still have some left.
Could be, yeah.
We did a few parking lots, the firehouse, we got in front of the firehouse, and they're gonna do City Hall first thing in the morning.
Well, it's worth trying. We've always done salt, your regular type in the past, and we can still do that. We can still do sand, we can
Yeah.
still do the salt.
We've
It doesn't
still
mean
got it.
that's not gonna happen anymore, this is all we have. We have salt in stock to do it. But it's an opportunity to save money and see if it's more effective.
This is a pre-treatment, and it's good for the real quick little snow showers that come through, that can make stuff slick.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate your ideas and bringing things to the table that can make the community safer and better, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Any questions for Jim? Joe? Well, thank you, Jim. All right, Chief Loudon, Del City Police Department.
Good evening. Just a few things. I did send a written report this morning. I don't think we had ever notified the board that we received a grant back in November. It was with the Community Foundation, part of the Community Goods Grant for $5,498. That's going to support our drone program that we started, so pretty happy to receive that. We've already kind of put that in the works, so. The second thing, in terms of grant money, we did receive Operation Pullover grant money for the holidays. So our officers are working the holiday blitz for traffic enforcement. That started November 26th and runs through the end of December. So you'll see a little bit more enforcement there with the officers. We have 3 officers that are graduating from the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. The graduation is scheduled for December 17th. So we're looking forward to getting those 3 officers back. That's Officer Dixon, Hensel, and Sauer. They'll come back and do a little bit more training here with our guys before they're released for patrol, but we're really excited to get those guys back. Tomorrow is actually John Allen's last day, 32 years of service. So we're going to celebrate him this month. He's decided we're going to be gathering for our Christmas gathering like we always do at the police department, so we're going to recognize him that night. But tomorrow afternoon, he will report to his last shift. So if you see him out, tell him congratulations. He's got a lot of history with the department. That being said, I would like for the board to give me permission to start a selection process, understanding that we would not hire anyone till after the first of the year, well into the first of the year. But we would like to take advantage of maybe a slower time during the cold month here to do some of the testing and interviews and things for a position. That would be to replace John Allen's full-time position.
So one of these new ones is, who did we lose to get those three?
So, we,
I know, but I can't think of his name.
Andrew,
Now, Andrew was one, and one went to both y'all.
Furch,
Real Ryan.
yep, Furch went back to the prison, so, so yeah, this would take us
So
back
they're
up
taking
to,
their places.
yes,
So when John leaves, we're one short.
one short, that's correct.
Okay.
Is there a motion to allow Chief Quinn to start the process? Like I said, he's going to take his time on it, you know, given December's, it's a busy month for everyone. It's not possible to interview and hire anyone, but still, it takes a lot for notices and any training that needs to take place. So.
Call
Make
it
that
a
motion.
motion to begin the vetting process.
Yeah, I'll make that motion to start the process.
Okay, motion made by Gerald, and I'll second that. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. All right,
Thank you.
thank you, Chief. All right, that concludes department head reports. I thought I had, oh, here it is. I did have a report from the Parks and Rec Director. Steve Parker couldn't make it this evening. The Parks and Rec Board held discussions about fonts and styles and so forth that we use on scoreboards. Once someone purchases them for their term, Zach Hartz is going to come up with some ideas and present them at the next Parks meeting. He didn't put on his board, they also did demolish the former William Tell Senior Citizens Building, as we discussed when Chief Lenny was up here. And so it is gone. The park will remain a park at this point. It will be just green space and trees. And, well, they'll still have the ball field and some of those things like that and so forth, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's my thought that it will always still be a park, and we just got to look for some ideas, what do we want in that park? You know, good green space is important, I think, so. All right, that does conclude department head reports. There are no wastewater adjustments.
Yeah.
Yay. I need, you got your questions answered,
Yes, I
Nicole
did.
said. So she said you were satisfied and happy, so
Yes, I am.
that made my day. All right, there's the old business, so down to new business. Item A, we have a request for a handicap parking sign at 722 7th Street. I do have a copy of the
I got it somewhere.
copy of the permit of the homeowner that lives there. They are made aware of the cost for it, as well as it doesn't restrict anybody who has a handicap plate or a tag or whatever can still park there. It doesn't exclude them only, parking there. So they have been made aware of that. Does anybody have any questions on that?
No.
I do know this being in that block there's a restaurant located in that block, so due to the volume of cars parking there going there, I can understand why this individual wants one, because I do know they do park out front. I've seen their vehicle there quite often, so I think it's, of all of them, I thought this was important.
West side. I think it's
East.
the street.
On the
East side?
Yeah. West is the restaurant, east it's across the street, basically, kind of it-ish there, a few doors down, so yeah. So if there's other questions, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Motion made by Gerald, and I'll second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item under new business, item B, we have Betty Cash here with the Perry County Chamber of Commerce to discuss Christmas in the park. So welcome, Betty.
Thank you, Mayor Kell and Gerald. I'm here on behalf of the Perry County Chamber. It's time for Christmas in the Park. It'll be this Saturday, December the 6th. The hours are from 1 to 4, and that's when the parade starts. We still could be in the park, possibly using the gazebo for judges and stuff, but the majority of the residents and the people attending our celebration will be out at the parade and stuff. The things that we need is barricades to the entrances of the park, the downstairs bathroom, the second floor bathroom, and the only person that would be allowed to use that would be our snowflake character that needs to get into the costume. That's why we've always requested that
You
bathroom.
mean like the main level one here? Not this
The main
one?
level one we want for the
Okay.
public, and then the second one here for snowflake.
Basement's public, first floor.
Yeah, first floor.
Is what you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm sorry about that. And then,
I didn't want to climb the stairs up there. I guess this one would be open, but.
yeah, the cord for the gazebo, so we could have electricity there if they needed that, and walkers for Santa and Mrs. Claus. I think the city has provided those before, Chris, Mayor Cal. So if we could get those, and I did speak to Derek prior to the meeting, and he's going to help us out with the police presence in the park during our event.
Do you want, I know it's kind of a Tell City Strong, they handle the parade,
They handle the parade.
and the chamber kind of handles the events in the park. The east side of Main Street, in the past, we've not allowed cars to park there. Do you want to do, we done that last year, maybe the year before, last 2 years, it seems like. Is that something that we need to get approved to? I know it's kind of a, it's a
Okay.
little both, so what do you think?
And they did not discuss that. I mean, we've done that for several years.
Okay.
I'm going to request it, and if they have voted it out, I will let you know, but let's go ahead and request it.
Okay, no
So we
parking
have
east
no
side?
parking signs.
You want the east side, or-
East side, yeah. And that was mainly started for the judges viewing. So we had room to view, and the safety of the people that were standing around in the park.
Something,
What did we do, cone that or barricade that? I don't remember.
can't remember.
Coned it in the past.
I can't remember if we done east and west even,
I
honestly.
was thinking you closed the whole.
I was going to say.
Did you
my
do the whole
recollection was you
block?
closed the
I
entire,
think we closed the entire block, from what I
From
remember,
cars parking.
on both sides.
this is the 5.
It'd be a lot less
500
cones.
block.
Yeah, always barricaded right there at Fulton and Mozart, and then
Yeah.
Jefferson,
Or-
Mozart.
yeah.
And then we take them out right when the parade starts.
Let's just do, because you could then probably take them and move them to the sides streets, Jefferson and Mozart,
Right.
what you have. Let's just do that, be easier than putting out a
That's
dozen or
fine.
more cones on one side or another and confusing people. Does that sound okay?
That sounds fine.
So we'll put the barricades, Jim will get those set out by the entrances to the park, and you'll have probably, 2 sets at each? Because this, I think, be enough, don't you, for each lane, roughly, if you, see how you space it. That will be placed on either the east or west side, and someone's got to remember to help set those up at a certain, whatever time we think is appropriate, and work to get the cars from not parking in there. The sooner the better, because if you wait till 1 to do it, you might
Oh,
want
yeah.
to come up like at 11.
Yeah, that will have to be around 11.
If you wait at 12:30, cars are already going to be parking there to go to things in the park.
Yeah.
You might have a harder time getting
We
vehicles
have a
out.
couple of businesses to be concerned about, so
Might want to, talk with them, so.
talk to I think in the past, when I was involved in it, we went and spoke with them, so I'll put that on our agenda at the
So-
chamber.
Okay.
Are there gonna be vendors in the park?
Yes, it was opened up to, Norwicks and Tupperware and craft booths and stuff like that. So we do have vendors, the normal hot chocolate and cookies, and some
Food
games.
trucks? We have
Yeah,
some food
yeah.
trucks. Okay.
Now, they're going to be doing it's not, we don't have to approve it, but they're going to have an ice rink, the Quality Life Committee, over on the old Capers lot. And I'll talk about that in the mayor's report, but it's not really our event, it's theirs, and that's not on our
Right,
property.
what there?
Ice rink. Like they had last year at St. Paul's.
Yeah, they had it, yes.
They was going to do it here in City Hall Park, but they've changed it to, it's probably better. Seems a lot flatter, easier to get in and out of and see and parking. And I think it looked really, really nice there, actually. It's only on Saturday only, but I'll bring that up in my report, so. Did I miss anything?
Nothing, that's it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve the parking and the park and the whole shebang.
The cords, the rockers and so forth, right? And the restrooms, all right. I'll second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Betty. All right, that concludes new business. Now down to mayor's report. Due report, as we just talked about, we have Christmas in the park this Saturday from 1 to 4. Just for everybody's reference, if everybody's always wondering when the parade's going to be, when's the parade and all this, it's always going to be the first Saturday in December. You just mentally make a note of that, you'll always know when it is. So just, it's kind of like Twitch Fish, it's always the same schedule, just copy paste in ways. But just remember that, that'll help anybody else that's wondering. Parade's going to start at 4 p.m. I think there's still time if you want to be in the parade get with Tell City Strong. You can get a hold of them on their Facebook page, or you can call my office. We'd be happy to put you in touch with them as well. Lineup will be at the Tell City High School parking lot. Take the typical parade route down Tell Street and then down Main Street, where when it hits Washington, it will disperse from there. As we talked about earlier, on the old Capers site there, which is now the Perry Camera Hospital's clinic parking lot there at Mozart in Maine, there will be an ice skating rink set up on December the 6th from 12 to 8. So during the Christmas in the Park and during actually the parade itself. The parade starts at 4, so by the time the parade gets through, you can still go down there. It's $5. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, from 12 to 8, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Thank you.
For $5, we'll get you 30 minutes of ice skating, and they will provide you with skates and stuff. You don't have to bring your own or anything like that. We had this set up last year in St. Paul's parking lot, but it was on Friday and Saturday, but it's only on Saturday this year. It's a lot of fun. I hope everybody turns out for it. It's something unique in the community. Starting this week, I'll be attending the Mayor's Institute Conference up in Indianapolis on the 4th and 5th. It's a conference where all Indiana mayors attend, and we talk different things that's going on through the state legislative and different ordinances that need to come about and what we can do to make each other's community better and stronger. I'm also excited to announce, I just got this morning, or excuse me, yeah, this afternoon a little bit, but I kind of say Christmas came early for Tell City, and I was very happy to announce that Tell City has been awarded $228,578.04 in community crossings. So we're very excited about that. Obviously, they won't start paving this year. It won't take place until the spring, but we will be putting out for bid. We'll advertise it probably January, so close to February, January, February, depending on how the weeks fall and the advertising goes. But we will be putting it up for bid. So congratulations to Janice and Jim. You guys did a great job getting this application together. So thank you all for your hard work.
I appreciate it. I know it's a lot of work.
It is. And there's been a lot of changes in community crossings. It's now an 80-20 match. We put up 20 and then 80 from the state. So it was 25-75. So it's kind of the new there. And so we're really excited about that. And then also on our meeting for December the 15th, the meetings the times will change. So we'll have the Board of Works at 5 still, but the Water Board will be at 5:30.
Okay.
Okay, so we may have a special city council meeting in there. We normally
We
do.
do, because there's some things that we handle at that meeting,
Yep.
some agreements and things.
And I've got my State of the City that I
Yeah.
deliver them to, so
So that would be at 6, then the council would be,
probably, yeah. We'll
make it,
kind of confirm that at our council meeting here after this meeting.
Let me
And
know
get
if
it.
I need to prepare notices.
Oh, you will. You will have to for the Water Board for sure.
Yeah.
We may bump up the Water Works.
Gotta let me know ahead of time.
We
'cause
may
I'm-
have to
I'm
bump
gonna
up
be
the
out of
Water
town.
Works. We don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to be out of town on the 15th?
I'm gonna be, I apologize here, let me check real quick.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yes, I'll be out on the 15th. I'll be
Okay.
leaving on the 13th, so that week of the 7th through the 12th. Make sure you get me then.
Guess you don't get your Christmas bonus that week. So
Yeah.
you got to be here to get it. Sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
Jelly Club.
anything I want on those agendas that you need to do, we need to get to you this week.
Yeah, I can get them.
Well, you heard that. Let's just overwhelm his inbox. then.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. And that's all I have under my mayor's report. So
Betty, the parade committee, doesn't it prefer that people walk and pass candy instead of throwing it out of the vehicles?
Yeah, they're different than us, but they always ask that.
Because the kids run out there.
Yeah.
It scares me to death.
not supposed to throw the candy actually from the float or the truck or whatever, the
Walk
car.
along.
Walk along, and if they want to toss it, they can, like in the gutter, but it keeps the kids from running out, you know, or hand it to them even.
Right.
But if you're going to toss it, make sure they're walking and toss it more towards the sidewalk and the gutter pan. It keeps kids from going out there, and that's the last thing we want to see someone get hit or hurt.
That's true. Well,
I'm glad you brought that up. We had,
I'm pretty sure that's what we've done in the last several years, but
yeah, and Tennessee Strong had talked to me about that, and I said that's what we've done in the past, and they need to make sure and remind those who are afloat to abide by that rule for the safety of all of our spectators and kids. So, All right, that's all I have in the mayor's report. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
And I'll second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.